Sorry guys, I didn't mean to get carried away with this, but I just started doodling and got a bit carried away, so I'll stop now so I can show you where we're going from here. I've just drawn some ivy and some little vines. Or you can either burn it in if you want to burn this one, or you could paint it. Like this is an older one that I painted and just drew a little pentacle on the top. I painted inside gold, which I like the inside painted, and then I did it pink and purple with brush bits of gold. I couldn't get the label off, but it's the same one as this one, just a bigger size. As you can see, they're from the works. But I'm looking forward to burning this one and we'll see what we get. So I'll see you in a minute. I've added a few more vines like down the front and carried them along the sides and the back. I've still got a few more to add. We'll see where we get to. I've added a few more vines now. I think I'm happy with that. I think that'll be okay. If you've got one of these burners with a thermostat on, I'd turn it down a bit, because if you've got one of these from the works, the same ones, the wood's very soft and not very thick, so you might end up burning through it, so I turn the temperature down. Yeah, see, it's still really hot. I'm going to turn it down a tad more. See the moon up there? It's beautiful. I just wanted to show you the moon. I hope you can see that. I'll give it a minute to cool down a tad. Yeah, much better. Yeah, so you want it about 250. If you've got one you can turn down. I was still doing the back just in case it cocked it up. Doesn't matter if you go exactly on whatever you've drawn, because you can always just rub it out. Sometimes I just like to go with what feels the right place, even if I've done a pre-drawing. Like if it's the odd line or something, it doesn't feel like it should be there, I go with where it does feel and just leave it. It doesn't matter, so long as you're happy with it and it feels right to you. I'm also doing it outside, because if you've got animals and stuff, you don't want to be burning stuff inside. I love incense. I used to burn incense like all day, every day. But since I got, since we got Feechy, the mantis, before she died, I didn't burn things downstairs because of her. And then we got Joey as well, and I didn't want to burn things downstairs because of him, because Poppy could leave the room, our dog. And when I got the spiders, I didn't realise how sort of sensitive they are to you burning incense and things. So I try not to burn anything in the house now, because I don't want to hurt any of them. Although I did see some people on a tarantula thing said they burn incense and have a diffuser, and they've had no problems at all. But if I did, cause them any harm by burning stuff, I would never forgive myself. So I've just avoided it completely. So I'm burning things like this outside, even though Joey is right next to me. He's just there. He's far enough away that he's not breathing in anything that I'm doing here. And if it was a more potent smelling thing I was burning, I would definitely have moved him away. I'm going to start turning it around. I'm going to lock that so it doesn't come open. We're going to have a little hunt in a minute, because I dropped one of the Dremel pieces on the floor. Of course I did, because I'm so frigging clumsy. I'm in a lot of pain today, so I'm extra clumsy. So probably burning stuff is not the best idea. But still, I will do these things. I've just had some more painkillers, so hopefully I won't be in pain for too much longer before they kick in and take a lot of it away. I'm going across the grain there, so it's sinking in deeper. You can see it's just sunk in quite a lot deeper along the grain there, but it doesn't matter. I like some bits to be thicker and some bits to be thinner because naturally there would be. So I don't know what I'm going to use it for after. I think I'm going to use it for something, maybe on my altar. I've just got my altar down from upstairs and we're going to be revamping it a tad, so I'm going to share that with you too. Mine's a totally wooden altar, as if you couldn't guess that. Mine is a massive chunk of oak. Chrissy just made me some makeshift legs for it to sit on for now. Well, when I had it out quite a while ago. I've got it back down today, so I'll show you that. Show you how to make a completely wooden altar if that's your thing as well. And I try to do everything with like things that people can easily get that don't cost a lot of money, like with the carving. I tried to use those cheap carving things that everybody can get for like £3 something, £4 something off eBay and Amazon. Somebody actually gave me the chunk of oak. It was outside their house. They were going to use it in a wood burner, so I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it, and Chrissy went to their house and asked them if we could buy it off them. And they only live up the road from us a little way, and they found out I was an artist and wanted me to make something for one of their children's weddings. So they said I could have it, and then they were going to maybe give me a ring once everything had been sorted and they knew exactly what they wanted. So that was cool. They just gave it to me. I didn't want anything for it, and I was like, oh thank God, that is my perfect piece, because I always wanted an altar that was just a chunk of wood, just a slice on some legs.
I said I'm very mad at you.
Why?
You've carried that altar down on your own.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
It's a good 10-12 inches thick piece of log.
I know, it was very heavy and I struggled to get it
And
out.
it's about, what, a good 40 inches wide, something like that.
I know, it was heavy.
And the equivalent of half a railway sleeper as well on the stand. It's way too heavy for you guys.
I know, I'm sorry. I have hurt myself doing it.
I knew you would.
I know, but I didn't want you to have to struggle because I had to climb over stuff and squeeze in there.
I wouldn't struggle.
No, but because you're back, I didn't want you to have to climb over the stuff.
But still, I'd rather I hurt myself than
I
you
know,
hurt
but everything
yourself.
was in the way and I didn't want you to have to try and climb over
You
stuff.
tell her. You tell
He's
her,
telling
Jojo.
you, he's saying stuff, telling my mummy off.
No.
You stop telling my mummy
Let
off.
the crows have you.
No, you won't.
Let the crows have you.
You telling Daddy off? Are you telling your mummy off? You tell him. You tell him, darling. Thank you, my baby. I drew around one of those,
Ivy leaves.
yeah, you know the one that I made out of the bit of walnut.
Yeah.
Stuff. I drew around that.
Yeah.
And then I drew around... Joey, you're hurting my ears. Don't do that. No, 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 no. Whatever pitch you're doing there is killing my ears. Then I drew around one that had come off one of those little vines, you know, the fabric ones. I'd use that for the smaller one. Thank you, my angel.
I was a bit longer getting back. I was playing with H. He had me colouring in this chest.
Thought you were doing something. I had to climb on top of the piano stool and climb over something. I know, yeah, but I didn't want you to climb over all that with your back being decrepit. This is my altar. As you can see, it's a very thick piece of oak. These bits need to be glued back on. This was a base that we just quickly knocked up from a sleeper outside. Just while we first had it, just to make it usable. But we're going to get some hairpin legs and do something like that. We've sanded it quite a lot, so just needs a bit more of a quick sand. And needs coating up so it's protected. But I love it just as it is because it's just beautiful. So yeah, this is what he was having a go at me for carrying downstairs. So this is the finished burnt thing. I've done some lines a bit thicker than others because they're not all the same size in the wild, obviously, because nature just does its thing. I've just got the 3. I added a bit more detail on these little bits. I haven't burnt anything inside, but I might paint the inside a nice colour. You could paint this now you've burnt it, obviously, maybe some metallic green or something. Something nice. I don't know, I'm not sure what I want to do with it now. I don't know whether to finish it with a varnish or paint it or what. So I'm just going to leave it as is for a while, just until something tells me, you know, what feels right. So this is the finished thing. I hope it's given you some ideas of what to do. All you need is one of these cheap boxes. In the UK, I've got this from The Works. You can get them online probably. You can buy things from The Works website. I'm sure you have an alternative elsewhere in the world. So all you need is a cheap box and something to burn it with. You can even use an old soldering iron. So you don't even need to buy a burning tool. And just draw whatever feels right to you for whatever you're going to use it for. So I hope it's given you some ideas. I hope I did burn myself a tiny bit. As usual, you might know. Slipped and burnt my finger there where it's gone white. Never mind. It doesn't hurt because it was so hot, so it doesn't really matter. But please be careful if you're doing it. Please don't burn yourself, because I'll feel god awful if you hurt yourself. Please be careful if you use a burning tool or soldering iron or something. Please be careful. Yeah, so that's that. I hope you'll tag me if you make one. I would love to see what you do, whether you paint it, whether you burn it, or what you do with it. You could do some really beautiful inventive things, and I would love to see them. So I hope you will tag me on Instagram or Facebook, or even on here. Make a little video and tag me. I would love to see it. And I would also like to know what you would use it for, because I'm not really sure. So I would love to know what you're doing with your kind of little boxes. Yeah, so I hope to see you soon. Bye! This is my little tier so far. I've been sanding a little bit more. It's still not finished. I've just started to have a little carve of this pregnant goddess. This one's pine and this one is oak. This is just off a bit of flooring that my husband brought back for me to play with. So I started to carve this little pregnant goddess. Obviously I haven't got very far yet, but we'll see how that goes. So that's another little project that I'm working on. But I said I would show you what I was doing with this, but I haven't finished yet. So he's just a little bit more sanded. I haven't finished his little features properly either. So he's getting there, but he's not quite there yet. But yeah, that's him. And that's my new little project. And this is today's project. So I would love to see all of your little creations. I'll see you soon. Bye.